Request everyone to please stand for our Philippine national anthem. Please remain standing for our morning prayer.
As the dawn breaks and a new day begins, we gather here, young ballers with dreams within. In this basketball league, we come together as a team to play with passion, sportsmanship, and dream. With grateful hearts, we start this day to grow stronger, learn, and play. Let us bow our heads, close our eyes, and unite for a moment of prayer to shine with all our might.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this day so bright. Bless our team with courage and might. Grant us strength to overcome any challenge we face, and show respect for opponents in every place. Guide our footsteps as we dribble and shoot. May our passes be accurate, our layups acute. Teach us the value of teamwork and trust, so together we conquer, turning moments into golden dust. Grant us patience to learn from our mistakes, to persevere and improve whatever it takes. Fill our hearts with kindness and fair play. On this court, let compassion lead the way.
Give us wisdom to make the right decisions, to show good sportsmanship and always have visions of greatness, not just for ourselves, but as a team, in victory or defeat. Let's respect the our team. May our coaches inspire and teach us well to embrace challenges and stories to tell. Let friendship bloom among us, strong and true, as we dribble through life with dreams anew.
Lord, bless our league, coaches, and families dear with safety, joy, and a memorable year. May the love for the game forever ignite and fill our mornings with laughter and delight. As we open our eyes, we're ready to soar with spirits lifted and passion at our core. Let this morning prayer set the tone for the day. As we rise and shine, young ballers, let's pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Learn from the best coaches. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa Panginoon sa magandang araw na ito.
MPBL.
One team who is on a roll and would want to share the top spot in this division standings, going up against a team who would want to continue its winning ways after dropping its debut game, will be set up our initial offering for today's continuing coverage of the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL live from the Las Piñas Villar Coliseum. Our 6-game slate today features the under 14, 16, and 18 squads of Muntinlupa going up against Imus. And this afternoon, we will witness the Las Piñas squad going head-to-head against Batangas City. Our game at hand is between the JKLB Muntinlupa Emeralds versus the Imus AJAA Ballers in the 14 under division. Good morning, everyone. Jaime Mendihar alongside Coach Noy of Africa, together with Andrea Veloso. Hatid sa inyo ang patuloy nating coverage of the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Junior MPBL Inaugural season. Coach, both teams coming off victories. Umpisa na siguro natin dito with the Muntinlupa JKLB Emeralds. How do they build on this 2-0 start to begin their season?
Well, first and foremost, good morning to everyone. As you can see behind us, it's a very bright and sunshiny morning. But of course, we're talking about Muntinlupa first. Itong team na to, undefeated in 2 games. In their last game, won over Batangas 73-67. In that game, they were able to force itong Batangas to 34 turnovers, which they were able to convert to 33 points off turnovers. And yun pa nga, the other thing that the strength of this team is the ability, when they sub out people, when they go to the bench, their bench can definitely produce. In that game, had 51 out of their 73 points came from the bench. We had some 2 notable players nito na ni acting head coach Dean Carlos Machado. You had Ryle Gimarangan with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. While itong si Neil Garcia, just monster numbers, Jaime. 27 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and get this, 7 steals. Just a total all-around effort coming from Neil Garcia.
Seems like a tall order for Imus here, Coach, but they also came off a victory sa kanilang last game against Bawan. Anong hanap naman natin for the guys in the dark shirts?
Ito kasing Imus, of course, they started out their season with a loss to Cavite City, but they did regain their bearings and beat Bawan 57-50. I think one of the main concerns of this team is, their shooting is not that great, 32.1%. And even worse when you look at their 3-point shooting, 4 out of 35 for just 11.4%. And another issue for them is, they're not taking care of the basketball, averaging 26.5 turnovers per game. But in that last game, that win over Bawan, itong mga bata ni Coach Ron J. Enrile, he relied on Tristan Alyam, who had 16 points and 8 rebounds. And then you have Caden Gamboa with 15 points and 5 rebounds. So let's see how this duo will fare against this team na kalaban nila ngayon.
Yeah, definitely interesting start to this sunny morning, sabi mo nga, Coach. And we'll definitely look forward to the key players that you mentioned earlier.
Yes, that's right. And I'm really just excited. I think we should just get this game going as soon as possible, right?
I was actually able to cover yung game nila against Bawan. And we'll talk about that a bit more
Good morning,
later.
Jaime and Coach Noy. Mainit.
As we pass it on to Andrea Veloso for her report.
Good morning, Jaime and Coach Noy. Mainit ang umaga at mainit din ang magiging laban ng 14 under JKLV Muntinlupa Emeralds at Imus AJAA Ballers. Sabi nga ni Acting Head Coach Dean Machado ng Muntinlupa, one of the team's strength is their team chemistry. Kaya naman that explains bakit wala pa silang talo on their first 2 games. Ganon din naman para kay Head Coach Ron J. Enrile ng Imus. Ika niya ang togetherness ng team inside and outside the court ang magpapanalo sa kanila ngayong umaga. Alam ko excited na kayo para sa ating first game mga kaliga. Kaya naman I will now turn this over to our venue announcer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Villar Coliseum. This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Inaugural season. It's the first game between the Muntinlupa JKLV Emeralds and the Imus AJAA Ballers. Introducing the starters first from the Muntinlupa JKLV Emeralds. On guard number 0, Vince Arellano. On guard number 6, Raul Guimarangan. At forward number 8, Ethan Arciaga. At forward number 27, Neil Garcia. And at center number 3, King Gicolea. Head coach for the Muntinlupa JKLV Emeralds 14 under, Mr. Dean Machado. And now, here are the starters from your Imus AJAA Ballers. On guard number 4, Paul Manaloto. On guard number 9, Alejandro Sanz. Forward number 18, Tristan Alam. On forward number 21, Caden Gamboa. And at center number 24, Andre Yadao. Head coach for the Imus AJAA Ballers 14 under, Mr. Ron J. Enrile. Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Tip off for our first game here today. Villar Coliseum tayo dito sa Las Piñas City. Imus kontra Muntinlupa. 14 under division sa patuloy nating coverage of the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Junior MPBL inaugural season. Talking about the starters for both teams. Dito muna tayo sa Muntinlupa. We have Vince Arellano, King Gecolea, Raul Guimarangan, Ethan Arciaga, and Neil Garcia. Samantala naman for our Imus AJAA Ballers, we have Paul Manaloto, Alejandro Sanz, Tristan Alam, Caden Gamboa, and Andre Yadaw.
Well, I'm really very excited to see again this dynamic duo in Guimarangan and Neil Garcia. As you've been speaking so highly of these two guys.
Sana hindi na mapahiya. And Gamboa breaks the ice and gives us our first 2 points of this ball game. Imus AJAA Ballers ang makakauna. As Abeliano pulls up for 3, that short. Tayo sa kabila.
I also like this guy, itong si Yadaw, a very energetic guy, Andre Yadaw. You know, not really the flashiest of players, but just really gets the job done.
Yeah, Yadaw, I was looking up the stats earlier, Coach, and top 1 in rebounding for the 14 and under division so far sa ating young season. Among 4 others, may mga kasama naman siya dyan, but 14 rebounds a game. So really trying to control the boards para sa kanyang koponan.
Well, I did cover him nung his game against Cavite City. That was a losing effort for them, but really, this guy was one of the silver linings dito para sa Imus. I'm sorry, distracted again by these kids really having a lot of trouble with the sideline here on the lower bottom part of your screen. And actually, I think even for the viewers right now, they're having a little trouble with the lines. But with a very sunny morning we have.
Yeah, won't be surprised, Coach, if that's not the last turnover where the players have some confusion nga kung saan nag-e-end yung ating sideline. Has a beautiful pass there underneath. And Sands gets his first basket of the ball game. 4-0 in favor of Imus.
Of course, itong si Alejandro Sanz is the son of the head coach of the 16 and under team nitong Imus.
And right on cue, Coach. Back-to-back baskets and maagang timeout nga dito for Muntinlupa JKLV Emeralds. Looking at the 6-point deficit, magbabalik tayo with more junior MPBL action. And with 7:42 left in the first quarter, an early timeout here, Coach, for the Emeralds. Medyo slow start para sa kanila and ayaw nilang umarangkada ng tuluyan itong Imus.
Well, for some teams, yung slow start na yan pretty much, in effect, they pretty much lose the game in the first quarter pa lang. So you have to be very wary here, especially for Muntinlupa.
As Sands gets fouled. First foul para sa Emeralds. Sands gets his first crack naman sa free throw line. 4 points so far for, as you mentioned, anak ng 16 under coach of Imus, Rob Sands. Oh, akala ko shooting foul yon, but baseline inbound lamang. It's Gamboa. His baseline jumper is good. 8-0.
So Caden Gamboa working on, just a great game last time with 15 points and 5 rebounds, and ready with 4 right now.
It's been Gamboa and Sands for Imus. Sino naman dito for Muntinlupa? Who to go to? Wala nang iba kundi Neil Garcia. Yung 1-2 punch nga na sinasabi ko sa'yo kanina, Coach, as Arciaga comes up with that steal. On the other end, hati na kagad ng kalamangan dito, 8-4. Still in favor of Imus.
So itong Imus Cavite, of course, itong Imus, we know that they're having a little trouble taking care of the basketball. So a quick shift here to some full court pressure defense, hoping to force turnovers.
Long two there, misses. But Imus recovers to Sands once again, and once again he's fouled. Franzman umaamin dito. Second team foul for the JKLV Emeralds.
So we're actually liking the aggressiveness here by itong si Sands, already drawing 2 fouls on Muntinlupa.
Right on cue once again, Caso Mintes. Tatakbo dito ang Emeralds. Arciaga once again gives it to Gemarangan. Driving to the middle, pulls up for his jumper, short. But Garcia there for the board. To Franzman, fakes out his defender, but doesn't elude yung secondary defender dito, coming up with that block.
Again, that's Andre Yadaw. I mean, during the game, you wouldn't really notice until you look at the stat sheet how much this kid is just affecting the game, and that time with a block.
So look at that replay of Yadaw's block. First of the ball game, he's averaging 5, Coach, for the season so far.
I mean,
beautiful scoop there by Gemarangan.
I mean, if you look at Yadaw, you don't expect him to be leading the league in rebounds and averaging 5 blocks per ball game.
Open jumper. Gamboa once again. Strong this time. Offensive rebound. Puts it up. Wala ang tira ni Alam. Gekolea controls it.
Grabe yung ball
Some pressure in the backcourt. And yun na nga, tuluyan ng magta-turn over. Up, but the referee say Muntinlupa will keep it. But 8-second violation naman. So hindi man sila ang last touch there, coach. Turnover due to the 8-second violation.
So actually, we've seen this kahit anong division here, kahit anong age bracket. All teams will put on that full court pressure. Parang no fail. Every team has that in their bag.
6 to shoot here for the blue shirts. As Alam kicks it out to Yadaw. 3 ball. Short. Play on, says the referee, as Garcia gets his 4th point of the ball game.
That was a 3-on-2 fast break there. You like how itong si Gimarangan looked ahead and saw for 3 more of his teammates streaking for that transition basket.
The blue shirts there heard the buzzer and might have thought, coach, na play would be stopped. And yun nga, nag-leak out yung tatlong Emeralds converting on that fast break layup. As we look at Ron J. Enrile, former King Knight, or King Knight, no? Former Letran Knight.
Definitely one of the Letran legends, especially in the mid-90s.
Gamboa drives to the middle to Yadaw, and floater niya wala. Short din ang putback. Garcia, outlet pass, pero wala doon. Tied tayo, 8 apiece with 3:50 left in the first quarter. After that 8-0 start by Imus, the Emeralds, giving us our first deadlock. Rebound battle. Kahiyaan pa yata doon. Some pressure. Dito pa lang, umaagawan ba? Able to recover itong si Alam as Sands. His 3 ball, wala. Manaloto recovers. Back to Sands. Driving in the middle. Ibabato na lamang. Almost an end one opportunity. But ito na nga. Mare-reward siya ng 2 free throws.
Definitely a fishing expedition that time for Alejandro Sanz.
As we pass it on to Andrea Veloso for her report.
Mainit na agad ang laban ngayong first quarter. Sabi nga ni Acting Head Coach Dean Machado ng 14 under JKLV Muntinlupa Emeralds, they will focus on their defense and press break, lalo na at malakas ang pressure na binibigay ng kalaban. Dagdag pa niya, the team's willingness to play their system well ang magpapanalo sa kanila ngayong araw. Inaasahan din niya ang magandang laro na maipapakita ng kanilang player na si Ivan Matanggihan na naglalaro rin para sa San Beda, Rizal. What do you think of this, Jaime and Coach Noy?
Interesting name provided there by Andrea. One of the key players daw to watch ayon sa coaching staff ng ating Muntinlupa JKLV Emeralds.
Wala yan sa mga pre-game report natin. I mean, but of course, always new players coming in for all the teams here. But actually, a good thing about that report that I missed. All teams nga, they play full court pressure defense, but definitely all teams need to have that very effective and efficient na press break to try and counter the weapon that each team has in this tournament.
And as you talked about early in the pregame, Coach, Muntinlupa is one of those teams that would really force those turnovers against you that proved well for them sa kanilang first 2 games. And there's 2 victories as Yadaw erases that shot. Deceiving talaga, Coach. No?
Yeah, I think this is Matanggihan, the kid that Andrea just reported about.
Kakapasok lang dito, and let's see kung magdidilang Angel ang kanyang coach. As Garcia trying to challenge tong si Yadaw. 3rd block of the ball game for him, but a foul is gonna be called. So Garcia, 2nd effort despite that block. Hindi siya wala ng kumpiyansa dun and continuously attacking the basket.
I think we were actually both surprised, Jaime, nung may narinig tayong ibang pangalan na to watch out for dito sa Muntinlupa, especially when you have a guy like itong si Neil Garcia averaging 26 points and 8 rebounds per ball game.
Yeah, yun yung dalawa din na hinahype ko sa'yo kanina, Coach. Gimarangan and Neil Garcia. But good to know that Matanggihan also has that, I guess, magic bunot siguro.
And I think this kid, wait, I think we need to check if this is his first time playing for, no, actually this is not the first game for Matanggihan. Let's see if he can break out here.
The blue shirts balik dito, trying to set up their offense. As Kalika now in the court for Imus. Maaagawan nga lang siya dito. Fast break opportunity for the Emeralds all the way against 3 defenders. That's Eduardo Racines Jr.
Well, it's interesting how he tried to attack itong si Yadaw at si Sands, but able to convert that time.
Another steal for the Emeralds, but jump ball ang itatawag dito with 1:34 left in the fourth. Possession arrow points to the Emeralds.
Kita mo yung attitude nung Garcia. I mean, when this ball is mine, you're not taking it away from me. As you see on the replay, Arsiaga going against Yadaw, I think has like 3 to 4 blocks already.
Hindi niya nakita coach, yung mga butatan ni Yadaw earlier. Talagang hamon pa rin against the Imus big man.
Well, officially itong si Yadaw has 2 blocks. But definitely countless shots altered.
Saracines gives it to Matanggihan. Challenges Yadaw. Nailang ata. Ang nakasupal pa is from behind. Almost a steal once again from Garcia. Imus will keep it. After that 8-0 start, Coach, lamang na dito ng 4 ang Muntinlupa. Their own 12-0 run to answer that 8-0 start by Imus.
Definitely, I think that defense of them has started to hold up and being able to force those turnovers.
Seems to be a favorite spot here for Gamboa. Itong left side na baseline jumper. Able to convert on another one. 2-point lead still for Muntinlupa. Almost a turnover. Emeralds will keep it. Just 1:03 left. Just in our first quarter. First game pa lang natin to sa lahat ng nanonood dito sa ating Junior MPBL. We're also live in Signal Channel N98 MPTV. Garcia spinning. Challenged. Ang gandang basa sa kanya doon ni Gamboa.
Well, Gamboa here also showing that he can be a rim protector together with Yadaw.
Substitution here, Arquiles, team captain for the AJAA Ballers. As we look at this replay, Coach, of Gamboa. Yeah. Nabasa yung spin move doon ni Neil Garcia.
And earlier, ito nga si Gamboa, blocked itong si Matanggihan from behind. So really just great timing being shown here.
Gimarangan trying to elude with 5 to shoot. Jumper niya. Tingnan naman yung skill nitong batang to, Coach. Akala mo na-trap na siya, but still able to pull up.
With a bit of a fade pa to the baseline.
And now this time, drops it off to Racines, showing us that vision.
And you like that in your point guard. And I think, yung playmaking niya is actually a result of him being able to create shots for himself. So whenever he draws the defenders, as you see here, look at that pass.
3 defenders ang nakatingin sa kanya doon. And yun Racines, the easiest 2 points of the ball game so far. Magmimintis nga lang ang kanyang first 3-point attempt. Making 3.5 average 3-pointers itong si Gimarangan for the season. Yadaw to Kalika. Still 12 to shoot for the blue shirts. 7-second game clock and shot clock differential. Balik kay Yadaw, but the foul gonna be called. Wala pa sa penalty ang Emeralds.
But it's going to be a 1-second differential here between game clock and shot clock. So let's see if Imus will try to use the clock here.
Kalika, short on his jumper. Chance to build on this lead. And ito nga, Coach, kakasabi lang natin earlier in this quarter that this line a bit deceiving for the players, and I think that is the same case for Gimarangan dun sa play na yun.
And especially since if you can see on the screen, yung sunlight is right on that line. So
Kahit tayo coach no? Parang nahihirapan din tayong parang mawari kung
I don't really see the sideline, from this side. Yung top sideline, di ko nakikita
5 to shoot here. Not sure what Kaliga was looking for, but seems to be a miscommunication there. Expecting a teammate to be in that corner.
We still have 3.8 seconds here in the first quarter.
Franzman, last shot. Pinalagpas lang ang defender. Short on his three-pointer. But his team will end this first quarter with the lead, 16 to 10. Magbabalik tayo with more junior MPBL.
Lahat ng mga participants at mga bisita.
Balik tayo dito sa Villar, Coliseum, sa Las Piñas. Jaime Mendihar pa rin with Coach Noy Africa. Atid sa inyo ang aksyon ng Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL inaugural season. First of 6 games natin today, Coach. Muntinlupa going up against Imus Ballers. 6-point lead for Muntinlupa City dito. Pero actually, ang Imus started off this game strong with an 8-0 run.
Yeah, that's right. But the minute after that, I think it was at 8-2 when Muntinlupa called their own timeout, and after that timeout, they just tightened the screws on defense and were able to force itong Imus into bad shots and also force them into turnovers.
Ay naantok lang siguro nung mga first few minutes of the first quarter, and nagigising na nga itong Muntinlupa as Imus trying to recover from the 6-point deficit dito sa ating second. Almost a turnover, and yun na nga, turnover na nga yung tatawag, a traveling infraction going against the AJAA Ballers. Ron J talagang nagbibigay ng instructions dito sa kanyang mga bata, trying to will them back into this ball game. Matanggihan, drops it off, stolen. Lead pass, pero dalawa kaagad dito nakabalik for the Emeralds. Setting up their half court this time. Corner 3. That's short. Offensive rebound though. Makukuha ni Tyler Peregrino. It's first 2 points of the ball game.
You can see now itong Imus trying to put some pressure here.
Matanggihan, napayungan dito pero umangat pa rin. Off. Still gets his own rebound. So wala pa rin ang kanyang second shot. Kalika looking ahead. Hindi nga lang mahawakan ng kanyang teammate.
Right now, I think itong si Matanggihan will really need to settle down. He's forcing some shots here, and medyo mahirap yun, especially with the Imus interior defense.
Matanggihan that time turning it over. Stolen by the Ballers. Good transition defense again for the Emeralds, but Gamboa, favorite spot, not this time. Scaliga sa gitna, doesn't get the bounce. 8:15 left in the second quarter. 16 to 12, 4-point lead as Batan mabibitawan ng bola. A little case of butterfingers there. Matic na yan, coach. Pupunasan mo kaagad yung kamay mo after that turnover.
And you could see Coach Dean Machado instructing his boys to settle down.
Speaking of settle down, Racines there trying to attack the basket but unable to convert. Foiled ang kanyang attempt. Another traveling here against Kalika.
So actually, the turnovers are starting to pile up here for both teams. Both teams already with 10 turnovers in what's this, like 12 minutes of play. So almost a turnover a minute for both teams.
Franzman being harassed by Tria. Balik si Gimarangan dito sa ating ball game. 3-point attempt, strong. Ballers with the rebound to Argiles. Couple of new players here for AJAA Ballers. Team captain with that end one opportunity, Artios Argiles, and that power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of Junior MPBL.
That's only the first basket here for Argiles, and he's only averaging a point per game. But you know, as the team captain of this Imus squad, he will really need to show some offensive production.
2-point lead pa rin dito ang Muntinlupa City JKLB Emeralds as Argiles unable to convert on that end one opportunity. Some pressure on the backcourt. Gimarangan. Diskarte rito. Sa ilalim to Garcia. Foiled. But yung Reyes nahanap si Gimarangan. He will go to the line.
Gusto ko dun kay Reyes, yung nag-power dribble pero nag-dish off eh.
Alam mo, aangat.
Akala mo angat eh. But good setup there. Setting up itong si Gimarangan. Power move sabay drop off. Drop pass.
Kita niya si Gimarangan eh. Dito na lang tayo.
And actually that was a good decision on his part because the defense was right there in front of him.
Now a 3-point lead here para sa Emeralds after that first free throw from Ryle Gimarangan. Scoring 30 points nung kanilang first game to coach. As Imus calls for time, we'll be back with more action. Back with more second quarter action. 6:43 left. Dito pa rin tayo sa Villar Coliseum sa Las Piñas City. Timeout from Imus, looking at a 4-point deficit against Muntinlupa JKLB Emeralds.
Well, you can see on the left part of your screen, Coach Rob Sands actually giving some, I believe, some shooting instructions to Yadaw, and of course, Coach Rob Sands while playing for the PCU Dolphins. One of the first 3-and-D type of players. Kung hindi pa uso, the term did not even exist during that time.
Grabe yung pressure dito ng Emeralds from the backcourt pero nakalusot ang Imus. Second chance. Why not? That was Tyler Peregrino, his second basket. Garcia looking to attack. Gets fouled. He will shoot 2.
Actually, itong si Garcia got a lot of rest there. We have the Commissioner Keith Picazo, always at the venue in all the games.
Iba rin talaga yung suporta na binibigay sa atin dito ni Commissioner Keith. Regardless, kahit saan pang venue yan, manonood ng games and supporting the teams and the players. Saga Garcia looking at his second free throw. Slow start para sa kanya after that monster outing in their previous ball game. Foul will be called here against Prince Adaro. Inaras niya masyado dun yung kanyang bantay.
Well, with the stat line that Neil Garcia had in the previous game, parang I feel like he can take the game off here and yung average niya will still be very decent.
Upo muna. Kahit upo na ni Coach.
No, kasi 27, 14, 5, and 7. So that could be 13.5, 0.7 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 3.5 steals. Maganda pa rin yun.
Quality pa rin, right? As that alley-oop not able to connect for the ballers. Balik dito ang bola sa Emeralds. Trying to break the press. Own version ng press dito ng AJAA ballers. Naipit si Gimarangan to Garcia. Driving in the middle. Drops it off to the baseline. Open shot para kay Prince Adaro.
Actually, that's one other thing here. It's nice to see these kids developing that mid-range jumper.
And Garcia, similar to Gimarangan earlier, Coach, no? Yung attention din napupunta sa kanya and his other teammates, and taking advantage of that, I guess, collapsing defense for their star players, converting on that open jumper.
Well, definitely, if Garcia would like to set up his teammates more right on cue, he's gonna be a way better player.
Ganun ba, Coach? No? Neil Garcia, okay lang ba?
Nakapatch in ako dyan, hindi mo alam.
Parang binulungan mo, Coach, eh. Setting up your teammates. Eto, Coach. Another assist for you. Gimarangan leading the break. Challenging Tria. Off on that layup. But Garcia there. Second chance opportunity. Ito may sipag din talaga ng bata, Coach.
Actually, gusto ko sabihin sa kanya, you don't have to do everything. But he is pretty much doing everything right now.
An assist in the previous possession, giving you a rebound, giving you 2 points. Thus, the across-the-board average para sa kanya. Ito nga, look at that. Garcia having a nose for the ball. Wasn't able to be boxed out, making the AJAA ballers pay.
Actually, kahit hindi sa 3-point play, dapat yun power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness.
Pwede pa, no? Hindi na lang tinawagan.
Definitely a power move there.
Now an 8-point lead here for the JKLV Emeralds. 24-16 with 3:34 left in the second quarter. After that slow start, Muntinlupa really piling on against Imus. Gimarangan wide open. Misses that one. So dahil dito mama yun ng ring, mapuputokan nga ng 24-second shot clock violation itong Muntinlupa.
Actually, yung tira ni Gimarangan, I think it was you who I heard saying na yung corner 3, corner nga.
As we head to Andrea Veloso for her report.
Dikit pa rin ang laban sa pagpasok ng second quarter. Before the game na ibahagi nga sa akin ni Head Coach Ron J. Enrile ng Imus na very high morale ang nararamdaman ng team, lalo na at galing sila sa pagkapanalo noong nakaraang game. Dagdag pa niya, one step at a time and just keep on improving every game para mas may panalo ng team ang bawat laro. One of their key players, Tristan Alam, also shared to me that his idol in basketball is his father at isa ito sa inspirasyon niya kaya siya sumali dito sa Junior MPBL. Also, for this game, he said that he will try to improve more on his shootings and layup. What are your thoughts, Jaime and Coach Noy?
Thank you, Andrea. Alam, so far, a bit of a slow start para sa kanya. Usually though, pag idol lang tinatanong coach, player agad ang sinasagot eh. Pero this time, father ang nabanggit.
Well, that's really nice to hear. Na, you know, if you think about it, usually naman the first inspiration ng mga players, you know, to start playing is kung hindi man yung father, an uncle, you know, someone older. And I really hope siguro give him like 14 years old pa lang kasi give him like another 3 to 4 years. Sagot na yan, basketball player na mismo.
But very nice to hear. I'm sure if Tristan Alam's father would hear that, it would warm his heart. As Gekolea converts on that one. Now a 7-point lead here for JKLB Emeralds. 2 and 16 left. Nearing the end of our first half. Much has been controlled here by Muntinlupa. But Imus trying to knock on that door. Sands, straight away 3, wala yan. Babato dito kay Gimarangan. Sands lang ang kanyang hahamunin and he wins that battle. Getting that layup to go.
That outlet pass coming from who? Neil Garcia of a rebound. So I'm just wondering if yung ating statistician will give him the assist on that one.
Well, it was 2 dribbles before he took that layup, but I would give that assist to Neil Garcia. And really padding up yung kanyang all-around game so far this first half. Sands, ganda naman ng bitin, kaso masyadong malakas ang kanyang tira. 9-point lead for the Emeralds. Threatening to go up with double digits in this possession. Matanggihan pulls up. Off. Garcia again chasing that offensive rebound. Spinning. Faking. Pumihit. Matanggihan sa gitna. Nahuli ni Yadaw once again. Yadaw pumapayong dito. Aangat na naman. Garcia misses. Ang daming lamok sa kamay ni Yadaw doon, coach.
Well, definitely, but itong si Yadaw very quiet so far. Sayang yun, a great pass there coming from Garcia.
As the ballers call for time, magbabalik tayo with more junior MPBL action.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at itong biyaya.
Back with the last minute and 10 seconds of the second quarter. First half so far being controlled nga by the Muntinlupa JKLV Emeralds kontra Imus AJAA Ballers. Coach Ronjay Enrile calling for his timeout, trying to set up something before the end of the second.
Well, usually din kasi for teams, you want to build some momentum going into halftime, and usually the teams that win, they usually have that really strong third quarter, and just getting that momentum at the end of the half will contribute to that momentum.
As Sands breaking away for that layup, kaso masyadong malakas. Pass ahead once again, Matanggihan. Layup is off.
Really off itong si Matanggihan. Still with 0 points.
As that jumper being hit by Peregrino. So able to convert on that one. Lead down to 7 for Muntinlupa. Last 44 seconds of action. Garcia once again in the middle. Nahanap na naman si Gekolea. Kaso unable to convert. Pass ahead. Peregrino na naman. Back to back for him. Yes, sir.
With the off-foot finish that time for Peregrino.
And this time, Muntinlupa naman ang tatawag ng timeout. Magbabalik muli tayo with more junior MPBL. .35 and a half seconds left sa ating pangalawang yugto. Matchup 14 under tournament between Muntinlupa JKLV Emeralds and Imus AJAA Ballers. After that 9-point lead ng Muntinlupa kanina, coach. Now down to 5. And building yung momentum. Nabanggit mo nga kanina for Imus. Good sign so far with that back-to-back baskets by Peregrino.
Well, that's right. And that was coming off a timeout. And right now, ito namang Muntinlupa using their final timeout in the half, which is actually a good idea dahil di mo naman madadalhin to the next half.
Ng baon-baon, no, coach? Reset dito. Gimarangan. Tumatanggihan. 9 to shoot for the white shirts. Wide open is Matanggihan, short on his 3. Siado controls it. Last shot time para sa kanila. Pass ahead. Corner, open. And that's good. For a 3-pointer, Peregrino once again. 7-0 run na kanya lamang. Gimarangan to Garcia. Final 2 points likely of the second quarter. And we will end our first half with a 29-25 scoreline. Pabor sa Muntinlupa JKLV Emeralds. We'll be back with second half of action after a few.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa Panginoon sa magandang araw na ito.
Mga kaliga, live pa rin tayo dito sa Villar Coliseum para sa Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL Inaugural Season. And we are currently in our halftime of the game between the 14 under JKLV Emeralds Muntinlupa and the Imus AJAA Ballers. And I'm here with me, Assistant Coach Teng Carino of Imus. So Coach, alam naman po natin na importante ang attitude at disiplina ng bawat player po natin dito sa Junior MPBL. And as one of the coaches po, paano po natin natutulungan ang mga batang ito sa ganitong aspeto?
We normally, mga bata kinakausap namin, we conduct yung holistic approach para sa kanila. And most likely, laging nagdadasal, tapos pamilya. Yun ang lagi namin sinasabi sa mga bata. Priorities na ito yung magiging foundation nila para magkaroon ng mga kaibigan at maging mabuting tao pagdating ng panahon.
I agree with that, Coach. With that, meron po ba kayong gustong pasalamatan sa ating mga online viewers?
Gusto ko na rin kunin itong oportunidad na to para pasalamatan yung mga sponsor po namin. Takomoto, Boss Vic Suleman, Page Cares, Pamayan ng Handa, Boss Jun Passion, Skytel, Ma'am Dimple, Unbox Apparel, at yung pinakamamahal naming Mayor Alex Advincula, si Congressman AJ Advincula, mga masisipag na konsehal ng Imus. Gayon din yung Imus City Sports Office, si Sir Patrick Paulmen, Sir Junji Alamo. Yun lamang po.
Maraming salamat po, Coach, and good luck po for the next half. That's it for our halftime interview with Assistant Coach Teng Carino. We will be right back for the next half of the game.
Back for the second half of action ng ating first game as we look at some highlights of that first half. Itong ang si Neil Garcia, coach, really living up to the hype, I suppose.
The hype that you created, Jaime. But definitely, yes, I've seen this kid play already, and you know, you were just the last person to see him between the two of us, but definitely just showing that he can produce on the floor in so many ways. And you know, at some point he was even trying to set up his teammates there, but looking at the stats sa ating first half, the notable stats here, 3-point percentage for Muntinlupa, 0 out of 5, for Imus 1 out of 6. So again, in this era of Steph Curry, I'm still looking for a team, you know, at least one dead-eye shooter per team, and so far I haven't seen too many. And maybe someone from the two teams here will hear me and produce here. But also in the rebounding department, itong Muntinlupa out-rebounding Imus by 3, 27 to 24. Turnover story, 13 for Imus. Muntinlupa with 11. And the bench points, I think this has helped itong Imus to try to keep in step with Muntinlupa. 15 bench points to 8 for Muntinlupa leading scorers. It has been Gimarangan and Garcia, 10 and 8 respectively for Muntinlupa, while it has, as a surprise here, for Imus has been Peregrino, averaging 6 points already with 11 here in just 20 minutes.
Yun nga, coach, no? So for the other side sa Muntinlupa, it has been the 1-2 punch. Kung sino yung na-expect natin, Gimarangan and Garcia so far the first 2 quarters. But for the other side, good to see that Peregrino deciding to step up for this game. Skekolea comes up with that steal. Takbo ang Muntinlupa ahead to Racines, unable to convert on that fast break. Garcia telegraphed that pass sa ilalim to Gamboa sana. All the way to the cup. Drops it off to Racines. Wala nga lang. 2 sorry misses here for Racines, coach.
Actually, itong si Garcia, I think has already 3 potential assists na taken away from him because namintis na kanya mga kampi.
As Gimarangan, sasabihin ko pa naman sana, shows us how it's done. But 3 sorry misses here on the fast break. Opportunities being wasted here by Muntinlupa, but they do hold a 4-point lead so far, still in the third. Sa gitna, Sands off the glass, that's good.
It's actually a very difficult shot there for Sands, but able to convert that time.
6 points so far para sa kanya. Bibit-bit, Alam, that's good.
Well, definitely the missing link here so far is Alam for Imus, and maybe he will explode here in the second half.
Racines gets blocked. Takbo tayo dito sa kabila. Tabla na tayo, 29 all. Imus making a comeback from 9 points down earlier in this game.
I think that was at 27 to 18. So that's 11 to 2 run here for Imus, bridging the first and the second and third quarter.
Gimarangan ng hinayang doon, almost an end one opportunity for him, but he will go to the charity stripe. As we look at that replay, dun sa steal nga ni Alam, deciding to take it all the way. Mukhang magigising din to si Alam. Bad news for Muntinlupa.
Well, definitely, but you like how he attacked straight down the middle. Finger roll. Parang matagal ko nang di naririnig yung finger roll na yun.
Puro Pinoy step yan.
Puro Pinoy step,
kasi ngayon, coach, no? Gimarangan hits on his first free throw. Makes it 2 for 2. Perfect from the charity stripe so far. Itong si Ryle Santino Gimarangan for a 4. Alam once again. Bigay kay Yadaw sa ilalim. Tumanaloto. Finds Gamboa. Aatake si Yadaw. Malakas ang kanyang tira. Agawan sa rebound kanya pa rin. And make sure this time.
Itong si Yadaw actually medyo maamo din yung bola sa kanya. He was not in a position for that offensive rebound, but that ball just bounced right into him.
As Neil Garcia matatawagan dito ng traveling. 7:05 left in the third quarter. Deadlock tayo at 31. Just one deadlock tayo nung first half, coach. Maybe itong second half would give us a lot more.
Yeah, that's right. But going back to that point, may mga players talaga na maamo yung bola. I mean, you know, they work really hard, but then again, minsan mapapansin mo na lang parang laging bumabagsak yung bola sa player na to.
Sands attacking the basket. Ball gets deflected.
Itong si Sands actually from their first game, a loss to Cavite City. Ang laki na ng development nito. I mean, he's been very aggressive trying to get to the rim. Earlier on in that Cavite game, he was, you know, pretty much just spotting up and taking shots from the outside. Nakausap ko nga yung father niya, si Coach Rob Sands, after that game. Sabi ko, Coach, yung anak mo ay, anak mo ba yung naglalaro? Sabi niya, oh, medyo malambot pa, but right now he's, you know, really developed a lot since last time I saw him.
Great to see talaga. And ito naman yung isa talaga sa purposes din naman, coach, of junior MPBL 14, 16, 18 under for the kids to have an opportunity to hone their game. And right on cue nga, coach. Sands showing you how much he has developed his game. Spin move sa gitna. Putting up that 2 points.
I think these kids are really patched in. Tingin ko yung live stream, naririnig nila yan.
Mayroong mga may feed nga talaga siguro, coach. Gimarangan, his floater. Something about lefties, coach.
Oh yeah, especially if you get to sit together with Coach Mike Perez, really enamored with these kinds of lefty players. Kanina pa talaga, I mean, you know, even in the pregame, you said, sana wag kang pahiyain ni Gimarangan and Garcia. Definitely not happening today.
May feed nga, coach, kasi. As Alam, second chance opportunity para sa kanya. Ito na nga, hearing his name a bit more. Coming up with that steal. Manaloto sa gitna to Gamboa. Eluding the defense. Sorry, miss para sa kanya. But the Blue Shirts would still recover here. Another deadlock at 35 all. Less than halfway through our third quarter. As we look at this replay nga of that rebound and put back by itong si Tristan Alam. 9 to shoot here for Imus. Driving sa gitna, kicks it out to Manaloto, to Yadaw, 3 ball, short. Babalik nga ang bola dito sa Muntinlupa. As a timeout gonna be called by the Emeralds, magbabalik tayo with more junior MPBL action.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon.
Back with more third quarter action. Laban ng Muntinlupa kontra Imus dito. Tabla tayo at 35 with 4 minutes and 30 left in the third quarter. Sa patuloy nating coverage of the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Junior MPBL Inaugural Season here in Villar, Coliseum sa Las Piñas. Coach, runs tayo nung first half, 8-0 for Imus to start the ball game. Muntinlupa made their own run, leading by as much as 9. Ito nga, dikit tayo in the gitna nitong third quarter. As Alam comes up with that steal against Racines, converting once again on a layup.
Well, Imus is definitely more dangerous when itong si Tristan Alam is involved in the second half. I think he already has 6 points already.
That's dito nga, umiinit siya dito sa third quarter natin. And if you remember, Coach, our Andrea Veloso mentioning nga that Tristan Alam was one of the players that Coach Ronje Enrile specifically mentioned that he is expecting to produce in this ball game. Wasn't there just yet in the first half, pero ito nga, third quarter, baka nabulungan ni Coach Ronje.
Well, so far it's not only been doing it on the offensive end, but also with his defense and rebounding.
Floater ni Sands off. Alam once again, aangat. Not gonna get that one, but will be fouled. And he's going to the line.
We have a player here who got hit on the head. I think this is Reyes, but incidental contact that time.
Fire.
Parang halong friendly at unfriendly fire.
As we head over to Andrea Veloso for her report.
Hindi nagkakalayo ang scores ng dalawang koponan ngayong third quarter. Sabi nga ni acting head coach Dean Machado ng Muntinlupa, the team should just improve on their defense dahil marami ang kanilang turnovers on the first half. Sa kabilang panig naman, head coach Ronje of Imus said that the team should be more patient when it comes to their offense, communicate more on their defense, at huwag kalimutan magbigayan ng bola sa loob ng court ngayong second half para tuluyang makalamang. Ano sa tingin nyo, Jaime and Coach Noy?
Thank you, Andrea. Something stood out sa akin dun, Coach, yung patience.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Same thing here, especially in the 14 and under division. Kasi actually for these kids, they always want to play fast. And you know, yung decision making mo minsan becomes suspect because of your, you know, yung gigil mo to try and get baskets.
Manaloto all the way to the cup. Apat na dito kalamangan ng Imus. Gimarangan on the other end, attacking the basket. Babawi ba? Wala. Rebound battle. Jump ball gonna be called. Possession arrow mapupunta pa rin sa AJAA Ballers.
Right now for Muntinlupa, we haven't said the name of Garcia too much here in the second half, and he really needs to you know, make a difference here in this ball game.
Kala ko, Coach, another case of kakabanggit lang. May nangyari na naman agad. But Garcia almost making that end one opportunity para sa kanya. He will have a chance to earn it from the stripe. His first free throw, able to convert. Pwede na rin. Nakapag-respond siya kaagad.
As we are recovering some lost items here.
Banggaan dito sa loob.
Oh, looks like, I think this a sprain here.
This seems like it's Reyes for Muntinlupa trying to ang pinapagpag niya dito yung contact na yun. As we look at this replay.
Oh, I don't think it's a sprain. Wait.
This is Alam for Imus ang bumagsak doon.
Pinagpag.
Talaga itong mga batang to, Coach.
We're seeing a lot of this, no? Parang mapa-cramps, mapa-sprain. Lahat na lang, pinapagpag na lang eh. Ako minsan kahit pag pinagpag ko, lalo sumasakit. No? Parang napalakas yata yung pagpag.
Sila para kala mo nagdadabog, pero and then game on once again. Both Alam and Reyes ang uupo after that collision. Garcia attacking the basket. Gimarangan finding his teammate. Unselfish move for Ryle Santino. Gimarangan.
Really like the unselfishness being shown here by the leaders of this Muntinlupa squad. Garcia and Gimarangan passing up shots.
Still a 1-point lead here para sa Imus AJAA Ballers. Foul gonna be called against Gimarangan. Just his first. 2:20 left, third quarter. Highly contested ball game dito, Coach.
And earlier on, yung camera natin na tinutukan itong si Yadaw. And he's clutching his, I think that's his right leg there. And very important for itong Imus, itong mga contributions ni Yadaw.
Especially the defensive end coach. Ilang blocks na rin siya in this ball game, but definitely several others that are contested na napapadalawang isip itong Muntinlupa every time they attack the basket. First half top scorer Peregrino back in the ball game. Gamboa with his jumper, that's short. Muntinlupa controls it. Bigay nila dito kay Gimarangan. Looking for a pick. Floater in the lane, too strong. Offensive rebound, kanya pa rin. Drops it off to Garcia. Power dribble, power move. Neil Garcia, hindi ba nababanggit masyado, coach? And then,
Parang ayoko na nga magsalita eh. But definitely, yun nga, Neil Garcia already with 11 points and 8 rebounds, working on a double-double already.
slowing it down itong JKLV Emeralds with 1 minute and 30 left in our third as Gimarangan making his move. Wala ang kanyang tira. Rebound battle and the Emeralds will keep it.
Actually, despite Gimarangan not being able to convert that time, I really like how he controls the team, he controls the offense, he runs the offense. And yun nga, as a point guard, you really have to find the balance between scoring and playmaking. And that time, even despite the contact there, able to finish is Gimarangan.
Bodies hitting the floor, but yun nga, Gimarangan able to convert on that one. On the other end, Arguelles unable to convert on his drive. Baseline inbound dito for Imus.
Well, you like how the referees are allowing the kids to play. You know, you cannot just keep calling lahat ng contact na nangyayari because this is a contact sport. As you see Andre Yadao checking back in. This is a good sign here for Imus.
Great to see nga kasi nabanggit mo nga kanina parang may iniinda itong si Yadao. And now back in the ball game with 1 minute and 5 left dito sa ating third quarter. Now a 3-point lead for Muntinlupa. Another lead change in this ball game. Backcourt violation. Gimarangan instantly apologizes to his coach.
I feel like yung screen was set up too high, very near the half-court line. So the minute he turned, yun nga, yung pag-ikot niya nasa half-court line na siya.
As Peregrino hoist it up. Wala ang kanyang tres. Last 46 seconds of our third quarter. Driving to the basket is team captain once again, Arguelles. Or Arguelles rather. Converting once again.
Yung tinatawag natin na kamikaze drive eh.
Garcia naman sa kabila. From that pass by Gimarangan. Coming up with that steal. And another 2 points for Ryle Gimarangan.
Ready with 20 points, 5 rebounds and 5 assists is Gimarangan.
And balik sa kanila bola dito. And setting up for the last shot after that steal. Franzman di diskarte. Pulls up straight away. Wala. Offensive board. Makukuha. Franzman once again. Pasa niya sa labas to Gimarangan for 3. And that's good. Kissing.
And a few seconds ago, he was tying his shoelaces.
Yun yung susi dun, coach. As Muntinlupa takes an 8-point lead heading into our fourth quarter. We'll be back with more action dito sa Villar Coliseum.
bawat batang Pilipino ang Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Maraming pangarap ang natupad ngayong araw na ito.
Back with the last 10 minutes of action dito sa ating first of 6 games today. Dito pa rin tayo sa Villar Coliseum sa Las Piñas. Jaime Mendihar together with Coach Noy Africa. Kasama natin si Andrea Veloso in our sidelines. Hatid sa inyo ang Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL Inaugural Season 14 and under. 8-point lead being held here by the Muntinlupa City JKLV Emeralds kontra Imus AJAA Ballers.
Well, after a very medyo low scoring ating first half, 29-25, both teams turning it up in the third quarter. Muntinlupa with 20 total points in the third, Imus with 16. But actually the problem here for Imus are the 10 turnovers in the third quarter. Itong Muntinlupa, only 1 turnover. Muntinlupa being able to convert those 10 turnovers to 12 points from turnovers.
Really spelling the difference dito, Coach. No? It was a fairly close matchup. Tabla-tabla pa nga tayo, no? 31-35, and biglang bitaw at the tail end of the third itong Muntinlupa City. As an attempt there, hindi gagana for Muntinlupa. Just a minute gone by here in our fourth quarter. Si Yadaw sa gitna, doesn't get the bounce.
Yadaw has been very quiet on the offensive end, but still already with 13 rebounds.
Garcia naman susubok. Gives it to Franzman. 9 to shoot for the white shirts. Madadapa si Franzman and maaagawan na nga ni Tria. 2-on-1. Pulls up para sa kanya. Kakalog.
Last touch will be on... No, it's a foul on Tria.
Tria will be called with the loose ball foul. First team foul for the blue shirts.
So it's an 8-point lead right now for Muntinlupa.
Ito, sige marangan. Kung hindi na iuupo dito ni Coach tong si Ryle tsaka si Neil Garcia. As an offensive foul is gonna be called dito kay Pascual. Parang di talaga sila nagkakamuhin dito, Coach, no? When it comes to the pick.
Yeah, I don't think Pascual has not really played too many minutes here. Actually, he was the one who was apologizing to Gimarangan, but you can make the case that Gimarangan started this move without that screen being set.
Maybe for the young kids watching, Coach, yun nga, the pick setter, you have to wait for them to be set up bago ka pumasok. Or bago ka nga mag-make ng move as Ral Gimarangan did there earlier. Anong thoughts mo on how they can kind of correct that?
Yeah, really, that comes with time. That comes with a lot of chemistry, you know. Of course, the familiarity between the teammates. And Pascual has not really played too many minutes here. Less than 8 minutes so far. Etong si Yadaw has been playing close to Gimarangan, close to 30 minutes already.
And right on cue, Gimarangan na naman dito with a power move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. Gimarangan closing in on yet another 30-point game. Coach, same output na ginawa niya nga in their first outing.
Well, actually, it's not only the points here for Gimarangan. 25 points, you have 5 rebounds and 6 assists.
We were talking about Neil Garcia doing everything. And sabi ni Ryle, kaya ko din naman yan, Coach.
Well, actually, Neil Garcia still doing everything so far. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and then you have 4 steals.
Doing it on both ends naman, itong si Neil Garcia. As we look at the 10-point lead here for Muntinlupa, their biggest lead so far in this ball game. Spinning baseline si Neil, wala ang kanyang tira. The foul will be called Yakap. Behind the back foul dito kay Racines.
Actually, very lucky itong si Coach Machado, you know, being able to start the tournament and already you have a rotation. You know, you got guys that you can rely on, especially in the end game.
Alam with this jumper, malakas. Alam was starting to heat up ng third quarter. Let's see if he could also heat up dito sa fourth quarter. His team badly needs a scoring punch. Down by 10. Baseline pass sa ilalim, mabibitaw. Racines wide open for 3. Not able to hit. Smallest man on the floor, Manaloto, getting that rebound. Maiipit siya dito, ibabato na lamang. Able to recover is Alam. To Gamboa, baseline. Yadao. Beautiful ball rotation there.
Well, actually, itong si Gamboa has been quiet after scoring 6 points in the first quarter, still with 6 points, but that time, good dish.
Still great defense for him. I believe that's his 5th block of the ball game so far. So hindi man siya ganun ka-effective sa offense after the first. Hindi naman nakakalimutan dumipensa. Gitna to Manaloto. Back to Gamboa. His baseline move, wala. Yadaw muli. Garcia. Ayaw paagaw. Still 6 and 25 left in our fourth quarter. 8-point lead here for the white shirts. Sinusubukang humabol ng Imus, but Gimarangan finding a way. Scooping it up.
Literally finding a way there. Kulang na lang, alam mo yun, mag-yumuko just to get past that defense.
Another steal here for the Emeralds. Turnovers piling up dito for the blue shirts. Garcia all the way. Left-handed scoop naman. Di pa patalo. At mapapatawag nga ng timeout dito si Coach Ron J. Enrile. We'll be back with more action in just a bit.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon na
Back with more fourth quarter action. 5 and 57 left in this ball game. Imus trying to find a way back to this ball game, staring at a 12-point deficit. Muntinlupa threatening to break away from this ball game. Biggest lead so far para sa kanila. 12. Napatawag nga ng timeout dito ang Imus. Try to stop the bleeding. Asiadao. He hit to Gamboa. Jumper. That's short. Rebound battle. Recovered by Alam. Driving to the middle. Challenging the defense. And foul ang itatawag dito. With that aggressive move being rewarded. But hindi pa penalty ang Muntinlupa dito. And baseline inbound lamang for the AJAA ballers.
It's actually hit from behind there by Gimarangan.
Manaloto inbounding it, looking for a friend. Alam to the middle. Wala ang kanyang tira. Yadao tapping it to Sands. Stolen by Racines. Even yung 50-50 balls, medyo napupunta pa rin talaga dito sa Muntinlupa. Not aiding itong comeback attempt by Imus. Marangan drops it off but stolen. Another turnover para sa kanya. Chance for a break here. Gamboa to Sands. Balik sana sa kanya but telegraph as Gimarangan leaks out. All the way, drops it off to Garcia. Tingnan mo naman yung amuyan ng magkakampi, Coach.
Grabe, unselfishness nitong dalawang to. I mean, they both passed up open looks for even better shots.
2-on-1 fast break to perfection. It's Alam, offensive board. Kaso walang kanyang putback. Ahead once again to Garcia. Tatlo bababa for the blue shirts pero all the way pa rin for Neil Garcia.
Actually, itong Imus, we go back. I'm trying to go back to that report there by Andre, I think in the first half. Yung pinipreach ni Coach Ron J na patience, parang biglang nawala here for Imus.
As another miss here for Imus. Garcia, ganado pa rin pababa. But Racine is gonna be blocked from behind. But hindi naman naman kung sino nakakuha ulit, coach. Rebound and another 2 points for him. Sumisenyas nga siya dito, coach. Humihingi na ng sub. Seems like got injured on that play.
I mean, even if yung assist was taken away from him, wala din eh. I mean, he just keeps on working, just really trying to do everything needed to win. As you see, itong si Garcia nga, I think asking to be either for his coach to call a timeout or to be sub. Pero pag sinabi naman ng coach, hindi, kaya mo yan. I think this kid will not sit. Actually, did not want to sit. He wanted the timeout.
Kakayanin naman daw, no? As Sands puts it up. Foul gonna be called. Tigil tayo dito. Chance for Neil Garcia to take that breather. Now an 18-point lead dito, coach. What was once a 35-all ball game. Nahirapan na talagang makascore dito ang Imus. Especially here in the fourth.
Actually, in the second half, already 16 turnovers here for Imus. And itong Muntinlupa, really just pouncing on every mistake ng Imus.
When they do force Imus on a turnover, talagang nako-convert nila sa kabila eh.
Well, especially since guys like Garcia, itong si Gimarangan, always look ahead when they recover the basketball, and that just creates transition baskets for them.
2 to shoot for Gimarangan, had to put that up. 3:24 left sa ating fourth quarter. Gamboa, jumper. Basa siya dun. Huli ni Arciaga.
Actually, yung early points ito ni Gamboa were all mid-range jumpers, but I think yung Muntinlupa nga already wise to that.
Kita na nila na nga, paborito ni Gamboa to take those mids. Bounce pass sa loob. Gonna be stolen. I think that's the only knack natin dito kay Ryle Gimarangan. I believe that's more than 10 turnovers na para sa kanya. Still, siya bumuhat dito sa kanya koponan, giving them this 18-point cushion.
Actually, that's already 13 turnovers.
Sabi ko na nga lang, coach,
But I think we're kind of nitpicking here.
Time out muna dito ang JKLB Emeralds, and we'll be back with more action.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon na makapaglaro tayo ng basketball.
Last 2 minutes and 47 left here in our fourth quarter. Now an 18-point lead for the JKLB Emeralds kontra Imus AJAA Ballers. Coach, di kita naman to nung third quarter, but Muntinlupa really breaking this game wide open.
Actually, I think the first tie was at 29 and all the way to like, I think 35. We were having a lot of ties there, but ito nga, eventually, guys like Gimarangan, itong si Garcia just really woke up. I think that was right after I said that Garcia was not having any impact anymore. And right then and there, got steals, got rebounds, set up his teammates, but gets blocked that time by Alam, sorry.
Yeah, Alam still not giving up despite this huge deficit as we look at that replay of Gimarangan and this beautiful scoop layup. Kulang na lang yung muko, sabi mo kanina ko. 2.5 left to play. Ikot nila kay Peregrino. Drops it off to Gamboa. 7 seconds to shoot. Manaloto. History. Short. Gamboa with the board. Power dribble. Aangat. Misses on that one but will get fouled.
Actually, with yung ating 3-point shooting for both teams, ang Muntinlupa at 1 out of 9, ang Imus 1 out of 11. So, to combine itong two teams, 2 out of 20, that's only 10%. And I'm still really looking for, a team that will shoot well from the 3-point area consistently. We've had some teams that, have had good games from the 3-point area, pero none very consistent as of yet.
Hopefully, the more that the season goes, magkaroon ng growth yung 3-point shooting for these teams, and maybe look to that more in their future games. Marangan almost loses that once again.
Especially, the FIBA World Cup is just around the corner, and I think that's really one of the biggest things that we're looking for is still that knockdown shooter. Parang, I think the last that we had was like Jeff Chan pa. And right now, I mean, we have a lot of shooters, pero they're more of volume shooters. They get the rhythm from getting their shots off. But yung mga knockdown, mga Alan Kaidig, it's been a long while since we've seen those kinds of shooters. I think the closest that we have right now is probably Marshall Lassiter and Jordan Heading. Na I'm not sure if they're even available for the FIBA World Cup. So kids, please lang, we want to see the next knockdown shooter.
Pagka nasa 16 under na daw itong mga 14 under boys natin, Coach, mas develop na ang kanilang 3-point shooting. And maybe by then, we will still be covering them and say na, dati, hindi pa gaano nakaka-convert to. And now, that stand-up shooter na hinahanap mo nga, Coach, would be developed.
You see itong si Sans really improving very well since the first time I saw him. I think that was like a week and a half ago. Already ito si Sans in this small game with 10 points, and a majority of those coming from inside incursions. And well, going back to that point, hindi lang kasi sa 14 and under, even the 16 and 18 under, that's still something I would like to see, na to have kids developed into the shooters that Gilas needs.
Just again, Coach, another case of shooting ba ang hinahanap mo, Ballesteros, showing us how it's done. Raizim Ballesteros, first time in the ball game, hitting agad sa kanyang 3-pointer, giving his team an 18-point lead. A minute and 2 left dito sa ating ball game. Foul's gonna be called. Penalty na dito ang Muntinlupa. So that is Manaloto going to the line.
I think I'm gonna have to say this every game. I just want to be proven wrong each and every time. But definitely, ito nga, coming off the bench, Ballesteros, look at the smile on his face. And ito na, itong Muntinlupa has already gone to their bench. Actually, kahit itong both teams have already gone to their bench. This is a foregone conclusion, an 18-point lead with a minute remaining.
So Muntinlupa on their way to a 3-0 start to begin their 14 under tournament, Coach. Samantalang itong Imus naman will go to 1 and 2. So may medyo roller coaster ride so far for the AJAA Ballers. Loss, win, and itong parating na pagkatalo for them. Trying to find some consistency from Coach Ron J and Viles squad.
Well, most of the teams here naman, I mean, preparation time has been very minimal. Maybe for some of the teams, they only get to meet, on the court. And I think during the course of, this is going to be a long tournament. I mean, we've been playing every day for July, but come August, weekends na to. So maybe they'll be able to find more practice time. And I think the quality of play for all teams will definitely improve as the season progresses.
As we look at Tyler Villanueva on the line, one of the players na pinasok dito at the tail end of this ball game. Still good to get some playing time for any player, of course.
Well, this is actually the time for them to try and earn some minutes. You know, if yung makikita ng coach mo that you are providing a need, you know, at some point baka kailanganin ng coach, and itong mga minutes na to that you play on the floor, the coach will definitely recall these.
Attitude ng player, coach, no, na despite being down, despite yun nga, just a few minutes left in the ball game na pinasok ka, and the attitude, the energy that you still give, tatatak din talaga sa coaches heading into the future games.
And also, yun nga, when you get into the game and you're aware of what's happening, the focus. Kasi minsan that's something that players tend to forget. Na, alam mo, pag pinasok ka, biglang hindi mo alam kung ano yung foul situation. Papasok ka, bigla kang pa-foul. And that really, you know, just makes you lose the minutes that you did not even have in the first place.
Aveno now joining the scoring column here for the Emeralds. So head to the last 16 seconds of the fourth quarter. Just our first ball game here, Coach. 6 games late tayo. We still have the 16 and 18 under teams for both squads ng Muntinlupa at Imus. Samantalang later this afternoon, I believe it's Dasmariñas with a battle.
I think it's Las Piñas.
Las Piñas,
yeah,
sorry.
Las Piñas
And Batangas City.
Going to be the home team playing here.
Last few seconds. Buzzer sounds. Final score natin, 66-47. Muntinlupa, JKLV Emeralds securing this win. Going to 3-0 nga to start the season. Imus City back to the drawing board after this loss. Coach Ronjay and his boys, something to work on in order to recover dito sa ating young season pa naman.
Well, definitely, yun nga, they were in the game pretty much in up to the third quarter, but middle to late fourth quarter, just a run there with the energy being provided by Garcia and Guimarangan.
As we move to our Atlantis 88 move of the game. Ito nga, who else, Coach, but Ryle Santino Guimarangan.
Ducking under the defense there of Gamboa for that finish.
Dami na huli na Gamboa all game, but not that shot. And now we turn it over to Andrea Veloso for our Atlantis 88 player of the game.
Mga kalikaw, we have here the best player of the game, Ryle Guimarangan, with 27 points from the 14 under JKLV Muntinlupa Emeralds. Congratulations! Ang ganda ng pinakita niyong performance today. Ano ba masasabi mo sa team effort na pinakita niyo ngayong umaga?
Pinagsikapan lang namin yung laro. Dumipensa lang kami ng maayos, tapos sumunod kami kay coach.
Kitang-kita naman kung gaano kayo nagtulungan sa loob ng court. Meron ka bang gustong i-shoutout o pasalamatan sa ating online viewers, Ryle?
Sa family ko, kay boss, sa coaches, sa teammates ko, sa Emeralds family, sa Kabuyaw, kay Coach Francis, kay Coach Russell, pati mga sumusuporta sa akin, sa Pilclong Hoops and sa Barangay Gulod. Maraming salamat sa suporta na.
And thank you so much. Congratulations. That was our Atlantis 88 best player of the game, Ryle Guimarangan from Muntinlupa. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Andrea, and congratulations, Ryle Guimarangan, our best player of the game. Looking at some highlights here, Garcia was also one of the key players for Muntinlupa. Silang dalawa nga, coach, heading into the ball game, we're saying sila yung 1-2 punch dito for the Emeralds.
Well, I think with every victory here nitong Muntinlupa, I think mag-alternate lang itong dalawa for best player of the game. And I think for any of the games, it would always be a safe choice to choose between those two.
Walang katalo-talo, no? Either Neil Garcia or Ryle Guimarangan. As we wrap up this first game ng ating 6 games slate. Ang next game naman natin, Muntinlupa and Imus pa rin. This time in the 16 under tournament. On behalf of Coach Noy Africa and Andrea Veloso, this is Jaime Mendehar. Papaalam muna. Magbabalik tayo with the second game this morning in just a bit.